Fly Tyers. Today I'm going to show you how to tie a balanced leech. Now, a balanced leech is relatively new to fly tying and fly fishing, and the whole concept of it is when you're fishing, this part of the hook is exposed and the leech actually extends here, so your leech actually sits balanced in the water instead of hanging this way. So to tie a balanced leech, you've got to extend, they call it a post, up past this side of the hook that turns down. And I like to use, they're called sequin pins. You can get them at any craft store, but they're just these little pins. This one, oh, it looks about half or probably 3/4 in length. And what you do is, this one's going to have a bead on it, is there's two holes in the bead. One is big, one is small, and I always put my big end to where the big end is sitting up against the head of the sequin pin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this little pin, and I actually like it to sit about like that. And you have to try these with different weights and stuff to see how far you want your post extended. On this particular setup, this is about perfect. And so what I like to do is get a little bit of super glue and just dab it where I'm wrapping that pin up against the hook. And what this will do is it'll make it a little bit stronger and help it adhere to the hook better. Okay, and from here it's very close to how you would normally tie a leech. So what I'm going to do is get some marabou, and what I like to do is get it all the way up to that bead. Cut the excess. Where this glue's still wet, I got to be a little bit careful. And this just helps it taper better. I'll just peel off anything that is excess. Okay. Now, you've seen in previous videos, I actually like to use dubbing for my leech body. And I use a pre-waxed thread, and it's from Danville. It's actually called Monocord. And when I do that, my dubbing sticks good enough to the thread that I don't have to do the whole dubbing loop thing. So what I do is I just keep wrapping it, try to get my taper good. I'm going to spread this down a little bit. And then I just kind of crisscross around this eye portion of the hook, and then once I'm up here, I'm pretty well home free, and I build up that head nice and heavy. So now I've got a good taper on that fly. So once we're to this point, we make sure that that bead is pinned up against the sequin pin, and then I get my whip finisher out. Finish. And then what I like to do is get my little wire brush and I comb out my dubbing. So it's nice and buggy looking. Okay, so there you have it, the balanced leech. You can see the little eye of your hook is still exposed. This fly will actually set in the water more like that. Your line coming down and attaching to the hook at that point. So with my beads, I'll probably end up finishing this with UV glue. So I'll go ahead and do that. And I'm pretty generous with how much I put on, because I don't want this guy to fall apart at all. This little Loon UV light has been a great purchase. It puts out a lot of light and really cures that fast. And then I'm actually going to spin it around, and I'm going to put some on the bottom as well. Okay, and there you have it. A simple, easy to tie, egg sucking, balanced leech. These flies work very good in the springtime at ice off in our stillwater lakes and ponds here in Utah. So thank you for watching the Fanaticals Fly Tying Moment with Aaron at the Fly Desk.